Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, गुरांग की जय. हाँ, और तुम्हें जाना होगा गुरांग. Actually, he is not well today. 2 दिन से like he has fever, cough, cold. He's not sitting. Huh? Hey Priya. हाँ ले लो. Okay, so maybe I'll share screen. You can start reading first, and then we will discuss. Okay, Mataji.
Okay.
While I'm settling down, Gurang. It's fourth one, right? Or fourth?
9.4.
Okay. So I'll
Fourth
say
was
this.
over. No, I don't know.
I think we can read fourth month.
Okay. Ma.
Let
Shall
me
I
read.
start?
Let me help you with
Okay.
Sanskrit. मया ततम् इदं सर्वं
Maya tatam idam sarvam
जगत् अव्यक्तमूर्तिना
jagat avyakta murtina
मतस्थानि सर्वभूतानि
mat astani sarva bhutani
न चाहं तेवस्थिता.
na chavaham teva avastitah.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. By me in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Purport. Supreme Personality of the Godhead is not perceivable through the gross material senses. It is said, Lord Shri Krishna, this Sanskrit, अतः श्री कृष्ण नमदि न भवदे न भवेद ग्रह्यम इंद्रिया इंद्रियाः सेवोन्मुखी ही जीवदौ स्वयं एव सुरते अधः. Lord Sri Krishna name, fame, pastime, etc. cannot be understood by material senses. Only to one who is engaged in pure devotional service under proper guidance is he revealed it. In the Brahma Samhita 5.38 it is stated Premam jana chur, churita bhakti विलोचनेन सन्तः सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयामि. One can see the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, Govinda, always within him and outside him if he has developed the transcendental loving attitude towards him. Thus, for a person in general who is not visible, here it is said that although he is all pervading, everywhere present, he is not conceivable by the material senses. This is indicated here by the word avyakta murtani, murnita, murtina. But actually, although we cannot see him, everything is resting on him. As we have discussed in the seventh chapter, entire material cosmic manifestation is only a combination of his two different energies, the superior, the spiritual energy, and the inferior material energy. Thus, as the sunshine is spread all over the universe, the energy of the Lord is spread all over the creation, and everything is resting in that energy. Yet one should not conclude that because he is spread all over, he has lost his personal existence. To refute such an argument, Lord says, I am everywhere and everything is in me, but still I am aloof. For example, a king heads a government which is but the manifestation of the king's energy. Different governmental departments are nothing but the energies of the government, and each department is resting on the king's power. But still, one cannot expect the king to be present in every department personally. This is a crude example because all the manifestations that we see and everything that exists both in this material world and in the spiritual world are resting on the energy of the supreme personality of the godhead. The creation takes place by diffusion of his different energy, and as stated in Bhagavad Gita, with vistam bhayam idam shatnam, he is everywhere present by his personal representation, the diffusion of his different energies. Shall I read further?
No, Mataji, we can discuss here. So this is sloka is kind of repeating. Krishna is repeating what he earlier described. If you remember, we had a discussion where I was saying, one of us is the owner of the company, and just like the CEO of the company, though not present in every office, has influence in every office and he knows what's going on. So he don't have to be present in every office. Just by his power, he is all pervading. He is everywhere. Like Prime Minister Modi, though he's not present in every town and village, but his power, his administration, his laws, and his power is governing the lowest level, panchayat level, right? So similarly, Krishna is saying, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyaktimurtina matasthani sarvabhutani na chaham te avasthita. Saying by me in my unmanifested form. So unmanifested form means my power because you hear me and you see me, but then I have a power and influence which you don't see me personally, but that is my power, right? That's how unmanifested form. This universe is pervaded. So you remember the one photo I showed you last time in last lectures where I was talking about a material world and a spiritual world, and 75% what is spiritual world where the effulgence from Goloka Vrindavan was coming, and we were talking about Brahma Jyoti. So by Krishna's energy, everything is being sustained. That's what Krishna is saying. Entire universe is pervaded. All beings are me, but I am not in them. So this is very important because then people start saying, oh, everything is God. But that's what not Krishna is saying. Krishna is saying, I am in all, everything is in him, but he is not everything. It's like this. You can say that in a company, everything belongs to CEO, right? The owner of the company owns the everything in the company. But you cannot say that everything individual things are CEO. No. So CEO has his position and he has a company. So everything belongs to him, but everything is not he. For he, you have to identify him. Okay, he is the CEO. But under his energy, everything working. But individual things which are part of his company, you cannot say, oh, it's a CEO. No. Oh, this is a small CEO, that is a big CEO. No, nothing like that. Like people say, oh, this is small God, that is big God. Everything is God, because everything comes from God, so everything God. That Krishna not doesn't support, does not support. He said, Na chaham tesha avasthita. I am not in them. So everything is not God, but everything belongs to God, like this, right? For example, Kamini Mataji in her house, right? She is in her house. So you can say, oh, this is Kamini Mataji's house. But the house is not Kamini Mataji because she is separate than her house, you know. So that's how you understand. But her energy, her income, money is house. So you can say, oh, this is Kamini Mataji's house, but the house itself is not Kamini Mataji. You are getting what I'm trying to say. It's very important to understand because this theory, oh, everything is God, because everything comes from God, so everything is God. So that's not good, right? It's like you and your house is different. I can say that your house is yours, but you are not that house. You are different than your house, right?
But
Because
Prabhuji, you say no, said in everyone there is God.
that's what I'm saying. Like in everyone there is God, correct? But that is his expansion. That is his expansion. It's like same way, like in your house, I can say everything belongs to you. Your house, everything belongs to you. But then opposite somebody can say, oh, since everything belongs to Hetal Mataji, so everything is Hetal. No, you will say, no, no, no. If I am different than my house. I
Hmm.
am. You cannot call my chair Hetal or my car Hetal, right? Because I
Huh.
am different.
Okay, okay,
Everything belongs to me, but I am different than these things.
okay.
Getting everything belongs to
Got
God, but everything not God, right? Because then what is the individuality of God then? Then I can take your car and say, oh, this is Hetal Mataji. Then, oh, because it is her energy, her power, her money. So you can say, oh, this is Hetal. But you say, no, 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 no. I am Hetal. I am different than what you're talking about. So similarly, everything belongs to God, Krishna. But He is not everything. He is different. He is in Golok Vrindavan. It's like the owner and the things which are being owned. I gave you many examples already, like your car, your house, but you will always remain separate than you are individual, and those things are your expansion, your hard work, your money, your family, right? Like for example, suppose if you are owner of the family, like head person, grandfather. So you can say, oh, everything came from my grandfather and grandmother because my grandfather, grandmother has 5 children, then they had more children and kids. So everything came from him. But you cannot say that your brother is your grandfather because grandfather is different and brother is different. Though your brother is part of the grandfather because he came through father and grandfather, right? Like grandfather, father, and you. But then you cannot say like, oh, then your grandfather say, no, 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 you are my part, but I am different. You can't say that, okay, you are me. There is a separation. Okay. Getting this point, this is very important. Otherwise, this is called Mayavad. When they say everything God, then they don't even recognize God. Then they go, oh, then why I have to worship any God? The stone is God, grass is God, the tree is God. Then say, okay, then they make Daridra Narayan. They say, oh, the Narayan is poor, is Daridra. So every poor person is Narayan. But why Narayan could be poor? He is the Narayan means husband of goddess Lakshmi. How can he be a poor person? Daridra, the Narayan cannot be Daridra, right? So, but then they'll say, oh, I will worship the poor people as Narayan, but I will not worship people in the temple, the deity in the temple or Narayan in the temple, because I think, oh, it's better to worship a street person as Narayan than Narayan himself, because everything is Narayan. So then why don't, okay, you can worship both. You can be charitable, but don't call Darid Narayan, you call Daridram. Daridra is fine. Okay, the person is poor and in need, fine. But Narayan, don't make Narayan as a Daridra because he is the husband of goddess of fortune. He cannot be Daridra, right? He can't be poor person. And so this is very important concept to understand. Okay. And Krishna is saying, right, that Krishna is अथ श्री कृष्ण नामादि ना भवे ग्रहम इंद्रिया सेवन मुखा ही जीवादो स्वयं एव स्मृत्यदा. So the problem is another concept coming here. So everything is coming from Krishna and it is his unmanifested form. Then why we cannot see Krishna, right? Because we should recognize Krishna everywhere. Just like if I come to your house, suppose I come to Haital Mataji's house, and I come and say, "Oh, this house does not belongs to you." Then how do you feel? You will say, it's my house. You're coming to me, and then you're not recognizing it is my house. You're saying, no, your house belongs to ACC Cement or some kind of, from the sources, the steel come from somewhere, the bricks come from somewhere. There's so many components you assembled. Oh, they'll say, oh, your house belongs to your grandfather. Or they will say, no, your house belongs to your employer or house belongs to your bank. But they will not recognize you. How irritating it would be, right? It's just frustrating. Like, why can't we just simple and recognize that, okay, I know that so many things helped me to build this house, but I have done this. I have gone through so much to build this house. So same thing what we do in the world, we say that everything belongs to Krishna, but then when it comes to recognize, then we say, no, 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 this is mine and Krishna is different. Krishna is in temple, but my house property is mine because it is mine. I don't share with them. But we forget that everything belongs to Krishna means your house, your body, your family, your everything, including you, belongs to Krishna. So where is the point of asking segregation? No, no, this is for God, Krishna, this is for me, this is for family, this is for that. This is called Maya, the illusion, right? That's why we cannot understand Krishna by these blunt senses. It's very hard, right? That's why he said in the Bhaksa Rasam Sindhu that to understand Krishna everywhere requires transcendental intelligence, transcendental senses, transcendental view, which is beyond this bodily concept. When we go beyond our body, then we see everything belongs to Krishna. Because then, oh, including my body belongs to Krishna, so where is my body? No, I don't exist as an independent. I am part or parcel of Krishna, just like Krishna says, the spiritual soul is a fragmental part and parcel of Krishna. It will come soon. He will say, this is just a fragment. We are all fragment, and the super soul is also part and parcel of Krishna, right? So Krishna has sent his expansion, his super soul in our heart to guide us back to him, Goloka Vrindavan. That is the purpose super soul is sitting with us. Otherwise, there is no business. Super soul can leave us and let us suffer. And actually, it is happening right now that it's like this. Suppose if you go to someone's house, suppose if you go to your kid's house, they grown up, you became old, you are living in their house, they are there, grown up. Now, because they are grown up and independent, they don't listen to you. You give good advice. My dear son or daughter, don't do this. This is not good for you. You should do this so they'll be happy. You should live this way. But they will say, I don't want to listen to you. I know what to do. I know what I have to do in my life. So then you will stop speaking even. At some point, you will say, okay, what is the point of saying anything at all? If they come to you, oh, can I do this? You will say, okay, do it. Because you don't want to argue unnecessarily. Because what is the point of arguing if they will not listen, right? So same thing super soul is doing with us. It's observing, observing everything what we do. You will be sitting in house and observing your kids. What nonsense going on here, right? Or what good they are doing. But you will not say anything because it will create disturbance. They will be unhappy. They will be, distressed. They will be fighting. So same way, super soul is observing everything, and when we go, and everything is sanctioning because super soul wants us to be happy. Like you want to see your kids happy, so you will be always approving. Okay, you want to do this, go ahead, do it. Be happy because you know that if I stop that person, he or she will be fighting with me unnecessarily. Though I am advising for good. Same way, super soul. Okay, I'm observing, I'm approving, but then you have to suffer and enjoy your results of your action, your karma. You cannot blame super soul. Like your kids cannot blame you. You will say, I have been giving you good advice, but at some point you did not listen to me. I stopped speaking. Now, if something nonsense you do and goes wrong in your life, you cannot blame me. You suffer your activities, you enjoy your activities. But I am observing everything. I am sanctioning everything. I am not stopping you. You do whatever you want to do, right? Because you love them still, even if they are nonsense, they are doing nonsense, but you are a parent, you love them. So because of love, you are there, you are observing, you are sanctioning, not interfering, right? Like with same way, super soul working in our body. Same way. And sometimes you feel helpless. Oh, why my kids are suffering? Even I'm there. I can help them. But they don't want my help. They need it, but they don't want. They're denying to take help. And then super soul even feel more sad, like a parent feels sad because of kids. Because they don't listen. But the moment your kids come back to you, my dear mother, I have done so much nonsense. Can you please advise me what to do? I'm in big trouble. Oh, you will immediately help. Okay, no problem. Whatever you do is fine. Now let's restart. Same way, super soul is waiting for us to go back. When we go back and say, Krishna, as a super soul, you are in my heart. Please guide me. Please help me. What is good for me to reach to you? Oh, then super soul immediately helps you. Like immediately click. Like your parents enthusiastically. Oh, this came to me. Let me help him. Let me help him or her. Same way. So it is very intimate relationship. Krishna is listening. He's just waiting for us to just go back. And when we read Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna, we are listening Krishna's word. So we super soul is happy. Like suppose if you wrote all the advice in a book, even if your kids don't come to you and meet you, but they just take your book and read. Oh, my father mother told me to do this. Just by seeing them reading, you will feel happy. Okay, at least they are listening to my advice. They are reading my advice which I wrote. So Krishna gave this advice in Bhagavad Gita, and when we are reading, Krishna is happy in the form of super soul. And then he gives us guidance. Okay, now you came back to me, you are reading my instructions. I'll give you guidance, right? So that is the power of reading Bhagavad Gita. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, try to remember this way because it is very personal science. This what we are reading is the relationship between soul and the God is very personal. And same thing we exhibit in our relationship, but in perverted way. Exactly opposite we do. Krishna does selflessly, we do selfish way. Krishna does not expect anything, we expect in relations, right? Krishna provides everything, doesn't ask for anything. We provide, but then we expect, oh, our kids will help me when I have in trouble. I'm in trouble. But Krishna is not never in trouble. He's Narayan. He is like controller of the whole universe. He doesn't need our help. But the parents expect us to help because when they get old, they think, oh, they should help me because they are helpless. But Krishna is oldest person, but he always now Yavanam Chai. He's always young. He's powerful. He doesn't need our help as a kids. Oh, let's help Krishna. But when you help, you try to like help spread Bhagavad Gita, he feel happy, though he doesn't need. Like suppose if now you're young and if your kids comes and makes a breakfast for you, though you don't need because you are young, you can cook your breakfast. But when even the kid does imperfectly, you'll be super happy. It will be like momental occasion. Oh, today my kid make me a glass of juice or a simple something for me. Though I don't need it, I can do best than what he or she did. But it's just an then gesture of gratitude and giving back. That's what Krishna looking for. He says, Patram Puspam Phalam Tvayam. I just need these with love. Not that Krishna is hungry for our food, our money, our power, our education. No. Krishna is very intelligent, powerful. He is that way. He is God, all powerful, all opulent, all beautiful, all renunciate, all famous. He don't need us, but he just want to see that we become good child, nice child, and be happy and go back to him. Right? Okay, text 5. Who wants to read? Anybody wants to read Hare Krishna? Text 5.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी प्रणाम
You want to read, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna, Dandavad,
हरे कृष्ण
Pranam.
जी
You can read, Prabhuji.
यस यस न च मतस्थानि भूतानि पश्यामि योगैश्वरम् भूतभृच्च भूतस्थो ममात्मा भूतभावना translation and yet everything that is created doesn't rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence, although I am not the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation, for myself is the very source of creation. Purport. The Lord says that everything is resting on Him. Matasthani sarva bhutani. This shouldn't be misunderstood. The Lord is not directly concerned with the maintenance and sustenance of this material manifestation. Sometimes we see a picture of Atlas holding the globe on his shoulders. He seems to be very tired holding this great earthly planet. Such an image shouldn't be entertained in connection with Krishna upholding this created universe. He says that although everything is resting on him, he is aloof. The planetary systems are floating in space, and this space is the energy of the Supreme Lord. But he is different from space. He is differently situated. Therefore, the Lord says, although they are situated on my inconceivable energy, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I am aloof from them. This is the inconceivable place of the Lord. In the Nirukti Vedic dictionary, it is said, Yujyate nena durghateshu karyeshu. The Supreme Lord is performing inconceivable, wonderful pastimes, displaying his energy. His person is full of different potent energies, and his determination is itself actual fact. In this way, the personality of Godhead is to be understood. We may think of doing something, but there are so many impediments, and sometimes it is not possible to do as we like. But when Krishna wants to do something simply by his willing, everything is performed so perfectly that one cannot imagine how it is being done. The Lord explains this fact, although He is the maintainer and sustainer of the entire material manifestation, He doesn't touch this material manifestation. Simply by His supreme will, everything is created, everything is sustained, everything is maintained, and everything is annihilated. There is no difference between His mind and Himself. There, if as there is a difference between ourselves and our present material mind, because He is absolute spirit. Simultaneously, the Lord is present in everything, yet the common man cannot understand how he is also present personally. He is different from this material manifestation, yet everything is resting on him. This is explained here as Yoga Ashram, the mystic power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. You can read this one also. Read next one.
Okay. यथाकाशस्थितो नित्यं वायु सर्वत्र भो महान् तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मतस्थानि तुपधारय. Translation. Understand that as the mighty wind blowing everywhere rests always in the sky, all created beings rest in me. Purport. For the For the ordinary person, it is almost inconceivable how huge material creation is resting on him. But the Lord is giving an example which may help us to understand. The sky may be the biggest manifestation we can conceive, and in that sky, the wind or air is the biggest manifestation in the cosmic world. The movement of the air influences the movements of everything, but although the wind is great, it is still situated within the sky. The wind is not beyond the sky. Similarly, all the wonderful cosmic manifestations are existing by the supreme will of God, and all of them are subordinate to that supreme will. As we generally say, not a blade of grass moves without the will of the supreme personality of Godhead. Thus, everything is moving under his will. By his will, everything is being created, everything is being maintained, and everything is being annihilated. Still, he is aloof from everything, as the sky always aloof from the activities of the wind. In the Upanishads, it is stated, Yad Bhisa Vata Pavate. It is out of the fear of the Supreme Lord that the wind is blowing. Taittiriya Upanishad 281. In the Brihad Aranyak Upanishad 389, it is stated, Etasya va aksarasya pasasane gargi surya chandramaso विधर्तु तिष्ठता एतस्य व अक्षरस्य प्रसन्ने गार्गी द्याव अपृथ्व्यां विधर्तु तिष्ठता. By the supreme order under the subordinates of the supreme personality of Godhead, the moon, the sun, and the other great planets are moving. In the Brahma Samhita, also it is stated, Yat chakshur esha savita sakul grahanam राजा समस्त सुर मूर्ति अशेष तेजा यस्याज्ञा भ्रमति संभृत काल चक्रो गोविंदमादि पुरुषम तमहम भजामि. This is a description of the movement of the sun. It is stated that the sun is considered to be one of the eyes of the Supreme Lord, and that it has immense potency to diffuse heat and light. Still, it is moving in its prescribed orbit by the order and the supreme will of Govinda. So, from the Vedic literature, we can find evidence that this material manifestation, which appears to us be very wonderful and great, is under the complete control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This will be further explained in the later verses of this chapter. Hare Krishna Guruji.
Manifestation belongs to Krishna and rest in him, because Prabhupada is explaining this is space in the sky is the energy of Krishna, where the everything is suspended right now, right? The whole planets and everything is so wind is the part of sky, but the wind is never beyond sky. It's a part of sky.
Hare
Building our
Krishna.
house. Yes.
I lost your voice in between. I lost your voice. I don't know about others.
Okay. Okay. Still where you could hear so that I can repeat.
Everything belongs to Krishna. Wind is a part of sky, but not beyond sky.
Okay. So I was saying, like right now, I'm in America, Boston area. You are in Mumbai. We are all part of planet, this Earth. Where this planet Earth is there in the sky, suspending in the sky. Huh? Everyone believes in that, right? And then all the planetary systems like the sun, moon, planets are in the sky. So Krishna is saying, and then everything, all these planets are moving because of wind, the wind energy. It's like pushing things and moving, right? So Krishna is saying that it's very easy to understand that everything belong present on this earth planet is present in Krishna, because Krishna's energy is the sky and the wind. So there is nothing beyond it. Everything is part of it, right? So it is not very hard to understand, but because we don't relate with Krishna anything, then it's become very hard to understand how things are working, how things are moving. The sun is considered eye of Krishna, right? And sun diffuses heat and light. If the sun is not there, everything will freeze in few days. If you take out the sun, the sun is not visible for 12 hours, the night becomes cold, right? Just sun is not even away, it just not exposed to 12 hour in India, 1 hour in US, and it becomes cold. The moment sun comes in the morning, it becomes heat. And if you assume the sun doesn't come for a month, then everything will freeze to nothing, and no plants will be able to grow. There are some places on the earth where 6 months there is no sun, like the poles, the north and south poles. So there is just ice, ice, ice. There are no trees. Antarctica and Arctic zone, right? Because there is no trees, because there is no sun, there is no life growing there. Just water, some maybe animals. We can survive in freezing conditions, but that's it. So because of sun, everything is there. And sun is moving under the order of Govinda. So this is Loka. Yak Chakshusa eva Savita Sakal Grahanam Raja Samasta Suramurti Ajes Asesa Teja Yasajanya Brahmati Samvrit Kala Chakro Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So it's very easy to understand how everything Lord Brahma is saying this. That, O Govinda, O Adi Purusha, I worship you because this sun under which energy everything is moving is belongs to you. It's your energy. Brahmati Suvat Kala Chakra. And this time element. The sun is moving, and that's how you calculate the time, right? One circle, 24 hour, second, third, likewise, sun is also moving on its road. Sun is not fixed actually. As per modern astrology, they say it's fixed, but no. As per Bhagavatam, Sankhya philosophy, the Bhagavatam science, Bhagavatam astronomy, sun is moving, the earthly planets are moving, everything is moving in air, suspended in air, right? So let's go to Sloka 7. Kamini Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, I will read. सर्वभूतानि कौन्तेय प्रकृति यान्ति मामिकाम् कल्पक्षये पुनस्तानि कल्पादो सृजाम्यहम्. O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all material manifestation enter into my nature, and at the beginning of the another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. Part. The creation, maintenance, and annihilation of this material cosmic manifestation are completely dependent on the supreme will of the personality of God. At the end of the millennium means at the death of Brahma, Brahma lives for 100 years, and his one day is calculated at 4 4 300 4 3,000 crore lakh, sorry, 3,000 lakh of our earthly years. In his night is of the same duration. His month consists of 30 such days and nights, and his years 12 months. After 100 such years, when Brahma dies, the devastation of annihilation takes place. This means that the energy manifested by the Supreme Lord is again wound up in himself. And again, when there is a need to manifest the cosmic world, it is done by his will. Bahusyam, Bahusyam, although I am one of the shall become many. This is the Vedic aphorism, Chandrodaya Upanishad 5.6 6.23, he expands himself in this material energy and the whole cosmic manifestation again take place. प्रकृति स्वामद्वष्टभ्यः विसृजामि पुनः पुनः भूतग्रामामिं कृतश्च वशं प्रकृति वर्षात्. The whole cosmic order is under me, under my will. It is automatically manifested again and again, and under my will it is annihilated at the end. This material world is the manifestation of the inferior energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This has already been explained several times. At the creation, the material energy is let loose as the Mahat Tattva, into which the Lord, as his first Purusha incarnation, Mahavishnu enters. He lies within the casual ocean and breathes out innumerable universe. And into each universe, the Lord again enters as the Garbhodayasi Vishnu. Each universe is in that way created. He still further manifests himself as Ksirodayasi Vishnu, and the Vishnu enters into everything, even into the minute atom. This is explained here. He enters into everything. Now, as far as the living entities are concerned, they are impregnated into the material nature, and as the result of their past deeds, they take different position. Thus, the activities of the material world begins. The activities of the different species of living beings are begun from the very moment of the creation. It is not that all is evolved all is evolved. The different species of the life are created immediately along with the universe. Man, animal, beast, birds, everything is simultaneously created because whatever desires the living entities had at the last inhalation are again manifested. It is clearly indicated here by the word of some that the living entities have nothing to do with this process. The state of being in their past life, in the past creation, is simply manifested again, and all this is done simply by His will. This is the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of God. And after creating different species of life, He has no connection with them. The creation takes place to accommodate the inclination of the various living entities, and so the Lord does not become involved in it.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So
Hare
this is how the creation is being described here. That Krishna is saying, so in Sloka 7, that at the end of millennium, all the material manifestation enters into my nature. And the beginning of another millennium, my potency, I create them again. So the 1 millennium is one life of Brahma, 100 years of Brahma. And you can do my math and find out. It's somewhat 300 trillion, 311 trillion, 40 billion years is the life of Brahma. Can you imagine? And when he dies, then everything goes back to Krishna. So how does it come back again? Krishna is describing. Automatically manifested again and again under my will, it is annihilated at the end. So how does it happen? So the first, from Krishna, material energy manifest called Mahatattva, in which Krishna enters as his first Purusha incarnation, Mahavishnu. From Mahavishnu, he lies on the causal ocean and breathes innumerable universes. From each pores of Mahavishnu comes innumerable universes. And into each universe, he again expands and enters as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Each universe is in that way created, and he further expands as a Chirodakshaya Vishnu and enters into everything in that universe, including up to the minute atoms. So in atomic level is Thirodakshai Vishnu. And that's how he enters into everything up to the level of atoms. In the atom also Krishna is there. Huh? Now, as far as living entity is concerned, how does they get into here? So Mahatattva is material energy and the spiritual energy is jivas, the souls, right? So the souls are always with their subtle body, like mind, intelligence, and they are there in the body of Krishna, and then their energy, the material energy, earth, air, water, ether, fire, is separate. Now, when the Mahatattva comes and the universe is created, how does the living entity enters into which body it will go? How do you decide? Which planet, which body, where, how long he will live. Those all are decided by the energy or the record of your karma, right? So Krishna is a super soul, recorded everything. What did you do in life when the end of millennium, everything finished? So it becomes like a suspended animation condition, it's frozen. And when again creation happens, the souls are given suitable body, suitable creation as per their karma and desire, right? At the end of the world. So everything manifests simultaneously. It doesn't talks about Darwinian evolution. It's not that it evolved, some did come from monkey or monkeys come from something else. It's all started with water. That is not supported by Krishna here. He is not saying that. He's saying automatically manifested again. He's not saying evolved. He's saying manifest again, right? So that happens based on the karma of that particular living entity and what is the desire. Krishna facilitate a particular type of body so that the living entity can fulfill the desire one had before the beginning, before the end of last creation. So when the new creation happens, basically you restart from the same place where you left. And that's why it's very important that we exit this world. Otherwise, it will be cycle, cycle and cycle and cycle and cycle. Because if we don't exit out of this material manifestation, it's painful. Birth and birth and birth, death, birth, death, birth, death, birth, death, and suffering, disease, old age, disease, old age, disease. That's what's going on, right? So let's go to the ninth one. Hetal Mataji, you want to read?
Yes. You will help me with the shloka?
Yes. Nachamam tani karmani
Nacha mam tani karmani
nibaddhanti dhananjaya
nibaddanti dhananjaya
udasina bada asinam
dasinavada asinam
ak- akshatam te sukarmasu.
akshatam deshu karmasu. O Dhananjaya, all that works cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all this material activity, seated as through neutral purport. One should not think in this connection that Supreme Personality of the Godhead has no engagement. In his spiritual world, he is always engaged. In Brahma Samhita 5.6, it is stated, At Atmaram Masya Tasyasi Prakrit Prakritya Na Samagamaha Gamaha. He is always involved in his eternal blissful spiritual activity, but he has nothing to do with his this material activity. Material activity is being carried on by his different potencies. The Lord is always neutral in the material activities of the created world. This neutrality is mentioned here with the word Udasinavad. Although he has control over every minute detail of the material activity, he is sitting as if neutral. The example can be given of the High Court of the judge sitting in the on his bench. But by his order, so many things are happening. Sometimes someone is being hanged, someone is being put in jail, someone is awarded huge amount of wealth, but still he is neutral. He has nothing to do with all that gains and loss. Similarly, Lord is always neutral. Although he has his hands and every sphere of activity. In the Veda Samhita Sutra 2.1.34, it is stated, Vaisamya Nirgam Grahanya Ye Na. He is not situated in the dualities of the material world. He is transcendental to these dualities, nor is he attached to the creation or an annihilation of this material world. The living entities take these different forms in the different species of life according to their past deeds, and Lord doesn't interfere with them. Shall I read further?
Hare Krishna Mataji. No, we'll stop here because Gaurang is not well.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have to attend him, give him
Yes.
some steam and all. So basically, Krishna is saying that same way, like example Prabhupada is giving, High Court judge. By the order of the judge, everything is being done, but the judge is not involved in anything, in neutral. Like the owner of the company knows everything going on in a small desk, because the owner of the company has set up a system and monitoring system, tracking logs, audit, that he is aware of where is what going on. And somebody is hiring, somebody is firing, somebody is appreciating, somebody is demoting, somebody is promoting, somebody is punishing. But the all that happened because of his energy. He is not directly involved. His power is involved in everything. Similarly, this world is working under the power of Krishna, but Krishna is personally not involved because it's just his power. But his power is not different than him, if you see that way. Like the order from a company is not different than CEO or the owner of the company, because the order is coming from him, right? The owner, him or her. So likewise, if we recognize Krishna in everything, then it becomes very, very transcendental, because then we see what it is, right? So we'll end here. Any question, comments?
If we recognize Krishna in everything,
Then everything becomes transcendental, right? Because then you see Krishna everywhere. Then for you there is no difference. Like then we are not in duality, whether I have a pain or pleasure, I'm happy or distressed, I'm poor or rich, I'm weak or strong, because everything belongs to Krishna. So where is the point of lamenting for anything? Okay, according to my karma, I'm giving certain situation. Let me go through it, because it's Krishna, and Krishna says, "Suhradam sarva bhutanam." I'm the well-wishing friend. You remember three formula I gave? If we remember three things, Krishna is the proprietor of everything. Krishna is the controller of everything. Second point, and Krishna is the best friend of everyone. And he is, because he is a super soul in everyone's heart. Whether you are a bad person, good person, doesn't matter. He's there. He's listening to you like a nice parent and sanctioning what you want like a nice parent. Though I may be a nonsense kid, my parents love me because of that relationship. It's not because of my qualification. It's that relationship. The parents love kids. Same way Krishna is the bell with Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. He's the best super best wishing friend for everyone. And if three things we remember, he's a proprietor of everything, he's a controller of everything, and he is the best well wishing friend, then we never forget Krishna. That's how we remember Krishna, right? And when we remember like that, then living in this world becomes easier, and all contradictions in life, all confusions are solved. And then Krishna, this is a peace formula. Santim ichhati. Krishna says, if somebody can remember these three things, then he or she can be eternally peaceful. Because then there is no confusion. Whatever bad, good comes, for Krishna is proprietor, Krishna is controller, he's under his control, and he's the best friend, so I don't have to worry. Whatever situation I'm in, I'll go through it, I'll come victorious. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. So if we chant Hare Krishna mantra, we are always victorious in whatever situation we are, because we are utilizing best hour of our time to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So because we cannot remember these three things always, better to chant Hare Krishna. That will help us to remember always. Oh, Krishna, Krishna, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Right? So this is for Kali Yuga, because we don't have that energy or mentality or mindset to remember Krishna like that. Krishna came in form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and gave us this Cheto Darpanamarjanam Bhava Mahabhava Nirvapanam Sreya Kairav Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Vidivardhanam Pratipadam Pulam Ratashwadanam Sarvatmanam Shapanam Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Shankirtanam. Especially when we do together, when you go to ISKCON temple or anywhere, you sit down in Kirtan, you should experience that. It is more powerful than individually chanting Hare Krishna. But until we cannot do together individual Sankirtan, right? Chanting Hare Krishna. Okay? So we'll end here. Today we'll not do Kirtan, chanting, because I have to close and go do help him
Yes,
tomorrow.
yes.
Okay? Thank you everyone for joining. Vancha kalptaruvasya kripa sindhuvyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavyo namo namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you everyone.
Hare
All glory to
Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna.